You're wrong. You're wrong. The husband is not. You're wrong for that.
It's a private conversation.
Yes. Exactly. Of course. Jews for Trump. Yeah.
Estarse casi a la vez, casi en el mismo.
Yes. Exactly. You have fans.
Nobody talks about Mania.
Yeah. All right, thank you for supporting us. Thanks a lot. Wow.
People don't understand.
Yeah. And look at this. Of course. Jews for Trump. Yeah.
I like some of the things he does, but I don't support him.
All right.
Unfortunately, we don't have anyone good these days.
Well, he's still better than Biden. Between the two of them, right? Well, he's much better for Israel than Biden.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
I'm just terrified of when he gets into office, what he might do. There are too many people who, it's not that they support his policies, they support him. So as soon as they think that he's in trouble, they will support him no matter what he does. And no matter what he does can be very bad. This man is a budding dictator. You don't think
come
so?
on. He said he will be a dictator on day one as a joke. Come on, I mean.
No, he's not joking.
Okay, because like no real dictator is only going to be a dictator on day one. Come on, that doesn't make sense at all.
Oh, it does with him?
No, but like you have to understand jokes. Yeah.
The IDF soldiers, they're doing their best.
Yeah.
As far as to help the Palestinians, Gaza. They're not against these people. It's just against the Hamas and his leadership. It has to end. He has to bring them down. It has to end because everyone has a right, just like the Palestinians and Christians and whatever religion. Everyone has the right to practice whatever belief they believe in.
I don't think this is about a religious belief. I really don't. Or it may be at the bottom, but territory in order to gain power, whereas they are fighting Egypt, right? They want to annihilate Israel. This is not a war of aggression.
Exactly.
Israel is defending itself. And I don't buy the story that if they bomb, they're going to be creating genocide. Because they have to. They co-locate themselves. The Arabs are because that means occupying territory. And who's occupying what? I mean, it's
Good point.
you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But they're very good at messaging, so they're going to get to use that term. And they're going to get to use genocide. I believe it's something that most people are horrified. I believe that when you're fighting a war, you really can't war is killing them, unfortunately. That you're at the point now where you can't negotiate. So you have to kill. You have to kill. How do they give up? The what?
Where are the voices telling them to give up?
Yeah.
Give up. And they started it.
Exactly.
They're very good at PR.
Absolutely not.
PR. We have to be better
Absolutely
at
not. They started this,
No intention.
and
Probably people don't even know who he is.
it's just not right. It's
What's
like
his name again?
Ismail Haniyeh.
See, that's
they forget October 7th. They started that massacre. They started that war.
Yeah.
They were just these kids, these Jewish people were out there having a good
Is that
time,
anyone saying the innocent
celebrating a Jewish
Palestinians
holiday.
in Gaza?
And everyone has
And
the
I'm
right to
saying,
celebrate whatever.
Why are they innocent? They chose to support Hamas. They choose.
This is sad.
If they
That should
wanted
never
out,
happen.
they would just have
The
to
slaughter
stand
with the
up and
kids,
say,
the
"Help,
children.
We need help, and they would have
The
500,000
families that have been
allies
broken
around.
behind that.
No,
It's horrible. It's like forgetting that, you're putting the blame on the Jewish people. It's just
Isreal survey, 99% of them tend to be anti-Semitic. I mean, for this test, this questionnaire. Here it's maybe 12, 14%, although maybe it's higher now. But when they did it a few years ago, 12 to 14% of the population. Okay. But that's not 99%. When they interviewed the Palestinians, very few of them.
What do you think is the real meaning of children suffer from syndrome?
Well, that's wrong. That would be wrong. Like, for example, I give guided tours. I'm a Big Apple breeder. I'm a volunteer. And sometimes I take out Germans. I'm Jewish. And one of them said, oh, it's very nice of you to take me and show me around New York because you're Jewish. I said, that was another generation. That's not fair to put the sins of the fathers or the grandfathers.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
I'm sorry, later.
I'm sorry. No, I hear what you're saying too. That's actually German kids after the war, when they learned what happened, I was told and I learned that they decided they had to do something, and they formed a group anyway, something to where they were assigned to help or work at any Jewish organization that they wanted that would take them, and the government would support them for 2 years. And so they would go and work in their libraries or like down at the Jewish Institute down on 15th Street, is it 14th Street? Beautiful place. Have you ever been there? It's gorgeous.
Library?
It's
14th Street.
No, sorry, 15 or 16. Very beautiful townhouse that's been in 5 separate groups. So there's a Sephardic group, there is a, let's see, I'm forgetting what the name is. But, you know, they had one group there that is documenting the lives of German-speaking Jews. That's their mission. And they take all kinds of data and artifacts, letters and so forth from Jews who have this material. So
I forgot the name of it, but I think I know the organization.
Yeah, it's German-speaking Jews. And there's also I think 4 or 5 Jewish organizations with particular focus. And they have nice programs there too.
Well, the Germans did a very good job of transforming their population.
It seems like
you know.
Yeah.
And I think the Allies helped with re-educating them. And if you go to Berlin, you see this huge Holocaust memorial and Jewish museum.
Yeah.
And talk to the young Germans and see they've done a very good job.
Everybody can come here at any time. Oh, come on. Angela Merkel.
Oh, yes.
Whoever she was.
Yes.
All the people flooding the country.
You know what they were, I think, addressing the population is decreasing because in Europe, a lot of the countries don't have so many kids.
That's true.
Women don't want to have a profession, a career. They may have 1 kid. That's not enough to sustain the population. So she probably thought, you got to bring in new blood. Bring in new blood.
That was good.
What?
That was good. She didn't want to use turning away, non-Aryan people. And she realized later that it was a big mistake.
I thought it was to boost the population.
Well, that could help.
It's going down.
Everyone recognized that would also help. But the point is that they had this program. I don't know if it's still like it. And when I went there with
the last 10 years.
But what I think of this is what I have said in my mind. Guilt is no good except for signaling to you that you've done something wrong, right? It's like anger. You shouldn't say anger your whole life. Angry is something
I mean, there's people that went out there.
I call it responsibility.
Huh?
No, No, guilt is not. It
All
makes
right.
you really
So we're
do
still over here
stupid
at
things.
116.
Understand how
Maybe you
you're.
want to
All
be
right,
good
sweet.
to
It's just me and Ariel.
the right thing.
But you have to do it
Yes.
from a place of responsibility. If you do it from a place of guilt, I see so
Well,
many
they gotta
things that are enacted, our own welfare programs that are really bad ideas the way they are run. Although the impetus was a good one. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So people can transform it to
Where you want us to meet
responsibility to
you? Here
respond
or
to answer
somewhere
to
else?
this issue. And do something.
And from here, where we're gonna go?
He's trying to make it like.
I don't know, maybe I'm not very clear.
Well, I'm ready right now. I want to try and remember the name of the organization we're talking
I
about.
wish I could.
Now I gotta Google, and if I Google with
196.
keywords, maybe I can find.
Okay,
It's
so
crazy.
it's like she knows how to get it.
Hold on,
New York Jewish, trying New
Yeah,
York
yeah, yeah.
Jewish.
Hold on.
One train off. She knows how to do it, right?
German.
That would be like one of their groups.
German. Hold on, German. New York City. Just keyword. New York City.
Right?
Or organization.
I like it. I like it.
I went to the New American Museum, and they have a floor. It's specially honored, like towards Jewish.
Leo Beck Institute.
That's it. That's the
It's
German
that right
speaking
there.
Jews.
Wow.
I love Google. I love Google.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just put a couple of words in it.
Exactly.
That's
'Cause
awesome.
If I can, when you get older, you start forgetting.
Because the
It
Jews
happens to
don't-
me, and I'm 43, so.
Oh, then it gets worse.
Oh, it does,
Let me
doesn't
warn
it?
you.
Oh, my Lord. It does. I think that the Leo Beck Institute is documenting the lives of German-speaking Jews, and it's one of the 4 or 5, is it the Jewish, what they call themselves, institute or something. It's like 14 West 15.
I'm glad I found it because I wouldn't be able to sleep tonight.
Oh, well,
Thinking about it, right?
I'm glad you
You're
got
one
it.
of those. Oh, my goodness.
Even in spite of my not remembering, you got it.
Well, helping this.
Yeah.
My wife said I'm a kid.
I'm serious. I'm grabbing it all the time. Oh, yeah.
Oh, I see you've been talking to her.
Yeah. He's serious.
Yeah.
So-
Well, all right.
So,
Well, I was curious. I was just really disappointed that I couldn't go on campus because, I wanted to see the heart of this protest.
you didn't want to
blocked
see that
They blocked
yesterday.
it. You have to have an ID.
Oh,
They
wow.
won't let you in without an ID?
Yeah, you've got to
Will
have
they
a
let you in with me? I have an ID.
university.
I'm just,
What, are you a
I'm an
professor?
alumni.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll let you in, but not me.
I'll ask them. We're not.
It doesn't hurt to try.
You made it to
All right.
me.
Thank you for standing
All right.
with that.
Okay.
You guys
All
have
right. I doubt it. I might be back.
All right. Are you Israeli? Okay. Well, I think that, it's a horrible irony that the Jewish people have been persecuted for centuries, and the Holocaust was one of the greatest crimes of the 20th century. And there were 2 responses to the Holocaust. One is that, because of what was done to us, anything we do is justified. Never again should this happen to us. And the other response is that never again should this happen to anyone. And the answer to the Holocaust is not to take the land of somebody else. And that is what happened. And I am not, I don't think that it's not about driving Jews out of Palestine, but a Jewish supremacist state, which the state of Israel is not a solution to the suffering of Jewish people. And in fact, Bob Avakian, you should go and read more. All right?
I'm not going to throw it. Don't worry.
I'm sorry?
I'm not going to throw it.
Okay, good. But the worst thing that has happened since the Holocaust.
Sir, it's a private conversation. Can we?
That's okay. If you don't want to, don't film it. If he doesn't want to be filmed. Since the Holocaust, the worst thing that has happened to Jewish people is the state. Because look what has done. If you were to deny, I win no matter what. I'm not going to deny this country. You could actually. That's what we're trying to take it
It looks like there's not a demonstration right this second, but probably soon.
Oh, is that right? Are they out here?
All the time.
Oh, good, good.
Yeah, I mean, they're in the encampment. It's on. You know, you can see the thing.
What happened? There was some negotiation or something with the university?
Yeah, I don't know the details. I know they haven't sent the cops in quite yet.
Yeah.
This time.
Yeah, pretty offensive they did that, actually.
Yeah. Okay, so go here. Yeah, you got it. Right. You went to the elbow.
So, to the way here, you know, luckily they're examining people.
Yeah. And then every few days. And he's had several on
Oh my God, yes, completely.
You know what? Going at the question.
We'll take the money, guys. I'm not.
The U.S. is supporting Israel.
We'll take the money, guys. We're going to the Gaza.
Right now, how about Gaza?
I didn't say money right now. $9,000 million.
They're refusing to let aid in. They're starving right now.
But it didn't go in. I think part of the problem is that people actually have different revolutionary strategies. And that's what's happening. Well, here, let me get a way to stay in touch with you.
You don't think it's true that Biden and the entire White House? Oh, you don't think it's genocide?
You think they know about genocide?
Yeah.
What happened if you know about genocide?
But what did
Leno.
Nova, the party. On October 7th.
Oh.
Genocide? Or you don't know
I don't
about
think.
Nova?
No. I don't think it was genocide. I think it was a horrific war crime. Yes.
Wait. If people here have a party, tons of them, people from all over the states.
I think it's a horrific war crime. I think it is a very.
What is genocide?
Genocide is when you're a whole people. When you have a million people.
Because of why? That's what they are.
No, because they've been put into a prison that they can't get out of.
No,
On their
genocide is
own
different.
land.
No, genocide
And
can
where
be.
you're killing 35,000 people have been massacred.
Wait, I'm asking you a question. What is genocide? Genocide is killing people only by their religion, right? That's true. Genocide can be everywhere.
Yeah, there have been many genocides. There have been many genocides.
This is
a
genocide.
genocide
Right.
happening right now.
Yeah.
This is genocide.
We're from the RevCon,
No,
the
I'm just
Revolutionary
like
Communist
talking. I'm
not
not.
Because you're not willing to look at the reality.
I am.
Because you want to hold on to the state of Israel.
You're trying to look at the reality.
The reality, actually, of 35,000 dead people. How do you, why are these lives irrelevant to you? Why are they irrelevant to
See,
you?
like in the tradition of
Absolutely irrelevant to you. You don't give a shit.
You don't give a shit. No, don't speak in my voice. Don't speak in my voice.
What happened on October 7th? 10,000 children have been
Speak
killed
in
now.
my voice.
Are you able to
I
pull up
do
YouTube?
care a lot. I do care and I hope every day. I hope every day. You know what I hope also? That the innocent people that are
I can
kidnapped
write
in Gaza will be
here.
home. I hope that both
No one
sides.
is denying that they should be home. Of course they should be home.
You know what? So we are not doing that, right?
Stop the massacring.
If you have paper.
Happening there.
Oh, it's not. I can write the name of my YouTube channel.
Dropping of 2,000. You know what? Go look at the history 75 years ago. Go look at the history. That's why. The continuing oppression.
In 48,
The continuing oppression of the brutalization of the Palestinian people.
What happened in 1948?
I'm not.
What happened? No, you told
I
me
know
to
what
go.
happened.
So what happened? Tell me.
No, but I'm not. No, here's the thing. It's a waste of time. Because you are sticking and holding on to
Inside is you know, like people sometimes Israelis, they say, oh, but you know, Israel is democracy. It's not apartheid. You know, and I say, tomorrow, I go to Israel tomorrow with rightful rights. The people who say that that's my house, they don't have rights. So what do you mean there's no apartheid? It's clearly apartheid. You know, clearly, you know. Oh, certainly, yes. But while you're here, how long are you going to be in New York?
We're going for 3 days. Tomorrow, no, Guatemala.
Well, why did you should go to Revolution Bookstore? It's in Harlem.
In Harlem?
In Harlem, it's on 132nd and Adam Clayton. At 132nd and Lenox. This bookstore.
Do you have
It's like it's right up in that. All you have to go. You filmed me so much. Don't do it anymore, okay? Really, okay? Seriously. That's enough.
Yeah, right here. Those barriers, I was gonna say the same. Open and close.
Like if you have spot inside the middle.
return without divine intervention is wrong, unacceptable. So they view Zionism, and not just Zionism, but any other attempt.
What is Zionism?
So it's a very unfortunately complicated term nowadays, and people are defining all sorts of ways. I think the most reasonable and most wide definition that you can give is it is a blanket of political ideologies within which there's much variance, including some extremely far-right nationalistic groups, and some very left-wing and even communist Zionism was a thing at many times. The one thing that I would say blankets all Zionist groups together is the belief that the Jewish people have the right to a state which has some level of self-determination for the Jewish people. And I would add that for almost all people who identify as Zionists, there's also a belief that the historical land of Israel, which is also where Palestinians live, and it's also Palestine, it's also their land, is where that country should be. I think those two together, although in the very earliest days of Zionism, it was just an attempt to get some form of self-determination for Jews, and the location didn't matter, and they were looking at suggestions to maybe find something in South America or maybe in Uganda, real proposals with people sat in the rooms. It was a movement that was born around the 1850s in Europe by Jews who were basically trying to find some kind of solution to the persecution that we were facing in every country here over 100 years.
And so are these people claiming that their group of Judaism deserves to own that piece of land over Palestine?
No, they consider themselves to be the only true Jews, and everyone else to have been. I think they would probably agree. They'd have to ask, I think they would agree that people like me and
temporarily
are descended from Jews. But as far as they're concerned, right, your rights come from the fact that you obey God's laws, and if you don't obey God's laws in the way that they see as correct, then they don't agree. Because they strongly religiously believe that Jews should not have a state in Israel until God says so, they'll happily join any cause that is counter to the state of Israel. But the point I was trying to make there in that conversation is that I think a lot of people on the pro-Palestinian side of things like to hold these people up as examples on the Jewish side, without appreciating how extreme and small of a group they are. So they're not necessarily your friends if you're on the pro-Palestinian side.
So what are the this is another, I literally know hardly anything about this concept. And so, when someone says they're pro-Palestinian, what does that mean? Because then there's pro-Hamas as well, right?
I mean, it can be pro a lot of things, exactly. All these labels ultimately fail to capture the depth and complexity of the conflict. I would, most of my life, have told you that I am pro-Palestinian, as much as I feel for the plight of Palestinian people. I believe that they, have gotten the short end of the stick. Lots of policies with Israel for a few years have been, bad for them, and have led to really terrible results. Some of those policies I think are inexcusable. Some of them I think just for the kind of terrible things that happened within the whole mess of post-World War II. So much stuff going on.
Yeah.
You can debate endlessly over the history of what happened and all the different bad actors and bad moves that are taken on all sides. And I think one of the biggest problems now in this debate is that people are focusing so much on trying to come up with the correct accounting of exactly what went wrong, so that you can just rectify it and have justice. But in reality, there's millions and millions of people, millions of Jewish Israelis, millions of Palestinians living in the same area, and neither of them really have anywhere else to go. And they've all experienced terrible oppression from other countries, other people, other nations. So anybody who's trying to push for a future where one side wins and the other side just kind of goes home, is living in a fantasy world.
inside. Okay? Okay, have a good day.
I just want to know where this is Shabbos.
He doesn't want to
You
talk.
guys
He
know
just
where
wants
this
to
is
yell.
Shabbos meal? You guys know where this is Shabbos meal?
He just wants to yell. He doesn't talk normally. He doesn't talk normally.
It's good. He's a Zionist and he gave you the phone.
Question to answer.
Just everything is good.
Okay, sir. Take care.
He wants to know where he can find a prayer. That's all. He just asked you one simple question, and you cannot answer it. One simple question, where you can find a Shabbos meal. You can answer that. You're wrong. You're wrong. And Hashem does not like others. You're wrong for that.
This day of Israel!
My name is Chaim Weiss. With the help of God, we came out here to let the world hear our voice, the voice of the Orthodox Jews. The Judaism are against the state of Israel because we are Jews. According to the Bible, to our laws, the Jewish laws, we are in exile. God sent us out in exile because of our sons, and we're not allowed to go out from exile. And we're not allowed to go out from exile till God by self gonna take us out from exile. To stand up and take by self our own land, even with permission, it's totally against our laws and our bonds what we have from God. What it's written in the Bible, you can see here many information. And the whole occupation, what is happening in the last 150 years, 200 years, the movement from Judaism to nationalism, that's what is happening in Israel. It's totally against the Bible, against our laws. And that's why we came out here to let the world know that the Zionist people in the state of Israel, they're not talking in the name from the Orthodox Jews. And also we was all generations, my grandfathers was teaching us how there was all generations living in peace in the Muslim countries. And we didn't have any problem to live in Muslim countries. Our grand Rabbi Beck, his name should be his name should be blessed. He's not alive anymore, but he passed away like 3 years ago. He was an old guy, and he was remembering how he was living when he was a kid in Palestine with Palestinian people together. He told me that they was using Palestinian people for babysitters. Who is using babysitters? People with their own trust. We trust them. We didn't have any problem to live together with them.
Right. So let me hold on. Let me ask you more. Like, you know, let's say like if we bring more in the current context. So we're in front of Columbia University right now.
Yes.
Okay. There's been apparently some protests, you know, pro-Palestine protests. What are your thoughts about that? Because some of them have been judged as being anti-Semitic.
Okay, so the Zionist people try to make whoever gonna stand up and say and speak against the state of Israel, they try to make like they are anti-Semitism. But the truth is that they are the anti-Semitism, because they are the people who make all the problem that we shouldn't be about what happening. Because if you're gonna, it's many books that came out already that what happened, what the Nazis with Hitler, the Zionist people was the people who helped them to do what they did, because they thought that like if what's gonna happen, that's gonna help them to make our own state, to have the state of Israel. And who was the first when all the countries made that they're not gonna buy anything from Hungary, from Germany, from the Nazis, and nobody wants to buy any military things or other things. The first who would start to buying and dealing with them was the Zionist people, because they didn't have anything about the blood from the Jewish people. They didn't care about that. They said, "Rak bedam tieluni buretz." That means only with blood we're gonna be able to have our own land. That was the thing what they was saying the whole time.